So welcome everyone. I'm Ricard Vilalta. I'm the chair of TeraFlowSDN. And for today, I have the following objective. Basically, learn how TeraFlow can be used. So we will have examples of in our ecosystem of how TeraFlow is used and it is being deployed. We will also want that you know which is the process for TeraFlowSDN contributions. We will explore multiple ways of extending TeraFlow. And finally, we will have some key takeaways. So first of all, why we are here. This is a slide I have been preparing a lot of time and have been showing it a lot of time. We started as TeraFlow project, a 5CB project. We evolved into TeraFlowSDN community at Etsy. And now we have a lot of research projects which are interested in to do two things with TeraFlowSDN. Either use it and demonstrate its capabilities in some of the different trials, and also extending and using it for new research purposes. In both of them, in both of these cases, you are more than welcome to TFS ecosystem. We will be opening a web page with the different projects that want to contribute, that are using TeraFlow, and how they will evolve it. So this is the community that we are gathering around, and this is the first day that we meet all the community together for TeraFlowSDN from the research community. So we have been doing the Hackfest for the last 2 years, for the last 2 days. We have also met at the plenary meeting with the people contributing to TeraFlow actively. But this is more forward-looking process where different people from the community want to interact with TeraFlow SDN, and this is the way to do it. So welcome you all on board. These are the different projects that have expressed interest into either use or extend TeraFlow SDN. And we, in fact, we will be having some of the talks today. So we will see later the agenda, which is quite, I think it's quite interesting. Some of the features that we have been discussing and with the people and the projects that are part of this ecosystem are these ones. So this is a broad view of what can be landing if the contributions of the different projects are integrated into TeraFlow SDN. So for there's people working on optical SDN controller. We have seen also some support for open config transceivers, QKD, as SDN controller, also to enhance the automation component of TeraFlow SDN to have TeraFlow SDN as a network automation framework. We are also working on all the router control stuff. So you will see today more updates on IP SDN controllers, also updates from performance enhancement, and finally some work on in-band telemetry. If you are interested in some of these topics, please let us know so that you can contribute together with other projects. I mean, these are some of the things that we have identified that are going to happen in the next 2 years. So if you are interested, please jump in. I will not detail the architecture. I think that you almost know how it works, but just in case, some technical details. We have a microservice-based architecture. We are using protocol buffers between the different microservices. We have a Kubernetes deployment, and we are focusing on the control of multiple network elements and domains, which are the ones listed in here. I will not go into details. You have a lot of talks for this architecture description and with more detail. So why are we at Etsy? We think that we are providing a nice toolbox for quickly prototyping the different experimentation and use case validation of the different future network technologies. We are bridging the gap between Etsy and the different EU research projects so that the code is adopted and upstreamed and also it's fitted so we provide value that is sustainable in time. And finally, we're a vehicle to promote adoption for different Etsy standards among the different software development communities and open source projects. How to join? Maybe you are part already of TeraFlow SDN. but maybe you are interested into joining. You are not there and you want to join the community. Please take a look at it. It's very simple. The procedure is well described, and you are more than welcome to join us. You can also follow us in many different channels. We try to be everywhere. Basically, if you want information of the periodic activities, LinkedIn, Twitter, they are the main page. You can subscribe to our mailing list. You can join our Slack channels, and always we have the mail for TFS support and the website for all the static information. So that's something I wanted to discuss today, and why we are doing this. We think that we want to ease the work towards contributing to open source. We know that doing open source contributions is hard, but it's worth the effort. That's why we are here today, because we don't want you to use TeraFlow and enhance it in your own branch and never have an upstream, so that you don't benefit for the new releases and you don't get the benefit and the community doesn't have the benefit for your features. So it's important that we have new features in the new releases. If you branch and you have them by your own, okay, maybe it solves the project, but it does not provide sustainability to this feature. So if you want the community to embrace your contribution, you need to upstream it. And we are here to make your life easier and to try to organize all the work. So the TSC is the place where they try to do this organization of the different contributions, because I think that coordination is the key for having a successful open source project. So it is good to be transparent to the community. So if you want to do something, please come and tell us. That's the best thing to do. We would like to do this. We would like to contribute. What's your design? We will try to align with the architecture. If the architecture does not support your ideas, we will try to evolve the architecture. But we need to talk. If you go by your own, then it's much more difficult, and the chances of getting upstream the contribution are less. So this is why we try to have the community together using these ecosystem days, the plenary meetings, the different tech talks, and so on, so that we can evolve the development of our open source. And this is, I have just added some slides about the different procedures that we have for contributing to TeraFlowSDN. I think it's important that we take a look at them. So, for example, bug reporting procedure. So we have a bug reporting procedure in our wiki page. It's important that you know it. It's important to be able to trace the bugs, to replicate the bugs. If you help us in doing that, half the work is done. So when we're able to replicate the bug, we're able to trace it and to find what is missing. So that's how we work. We have this procedure in place. I think it's important if you want to contribute. This is a very easy contribution from one of your projects. Hey guys, we have tried this feature. This doesn't work as expected. Please try to fix it. Of course, better is to provide a new feature. So we have also a wiki page which describes this status, this life cycle for the feature. For enhancements, we need to create a request. TSC needs to approve it, and then we start a design phase. We need to have the design approved. Then we start the development phase. We test, review, and complete. So then this is the full life cycle for a feature from the day that you think about it and this lands into the next release. This is the procedure. So you need to describe what you want, what you are proposing, and why it is important. You don't need to first start with how you want to do it. This will come later when we have the design. For the request procedure, we have two different types. We have a new feature, we have an enhancement, which does not has a significant impact to the architecture. We have templates for this procedure in our wiki page, so please take a look at them. If you have any questions, just let us know. And some updates, all the contributions need to be linked to some issue. So we have issues of bug, new feature enhancements. It's important that you present these features and enhancements in the tech calls. We have the technical emailing list. Please take a look at it. You can book slots to present the features, to discuss topics, to discuss design patterns, and so on. This is something that, as I was explaining to you, it's very important that we align on these topics. And remember that it's better to have the contributions broken into small enhancements or small contributions rather than monsters. A big monster means a lot of time, so it is very difficult to land in the next release, to integrate it, and so on. So if contributions are small but frequent, they are more easy to be adopted. We have changed, yesterday at the plenary meeting, we decided to change the release cycle to once per 6 months. We think that with this, we will get more features more quickly and will help all the different research projects to align better with the timeline. Because if not, a research project could not claim new features or something like that. So every 6 months, you can land new features in the releases. So I think that that's a reasonable amount of time for a research project to claim impact into a standardization and open source. So this means that by early February, we will having release 3, and we will move then to April, October cycle for releasing. So that's what we will adopt. For today, we have a very nice agenda of different speakers. You will hear me again talking about some of the things that we're doing in XX2 and with TeraFlowSDN and HCMEC. But then we will be jumping to a presentation from Octopus project, then one from FlexScale, one from Season, and later on a showing demo of in 5Gen, Allegro, and Season. We will break for lunch. We will have a FlexScale presentation, and then 2 different presentations which are very nice because they are new, new software development groups, OpenCapif and OpenSlice. And later on, we will finish with Across project, which will use also OpenSlice and focus on OpenSlice TFS integration. So that's what we have plenty of food for thoughts today. So that's a big thank you for you all. And now I'm open for questions, generic questions about the ecosystem, if there's any. And if not, I will jump to the presentation of MEC.